Hey everybody, Matt here for Imagine Then Make. Thanks for stopping by. Well, this is part 7 in my series of videos teaching complete beginners how to program in Python. If you missed any of the earlier episodes, just check the video description for some links. All right, so we're going to pick up where we left off at the end of part 6. At the end of part 6, we were looking at version 4 of our Guess the Number game. Here's the source code that we left off with at part 6. When I was editing this video and listening to my own explanations of how this worked, I realized that there was something we should do or could do right down here when we're looking at the expression to be evaluated before entering the while loop. So the reason I got to that is because the code below it, inside the while loop, provide both reasons for exiting gracefully the while loop. So the first one is if the user types a Q, as we discussed many times in earlier videos. And the second way is if the user actually types the right, guesses the right number and matches the random number that was generated over here. So we really don't need this expression right here to, we don't really need to evaluate it because it's kind of complicated. And when I listen to myself use words to try and describe how it works, it's like I tripped over my own tongue many times. So I thought, well, there's got to be an easier way. And in fact, there is. So I'm going to leave version 4 alone, as I discussed earlier. When I find code that works, I don't touch it. What I do is I just go in and do a save as, change the number, increment the number, and that's what I've done over here. So now we have version 5. So I'm going to minimize this, sweep this over here a little bit, and make sure you understand that I'm using version 5 now. So what we're going to do is play with a different kind of expression right here. So really what we want is an expression that's true all the time, because we already have a way to gracefully exit the while loop. We have 2 different ways, in fact. So there's a couple of ways we could have, there's a couple of different things we could do to present an expression that's always true. So one way is to use 1 double equal sign 1. So that's in essence is asking the question, does 1 equal 1? Well, of course it does. So it always resolves to true, and it's also very easy to read. Okay, so if I save this and then run it, you'll see the output right here, and you can see that I'm at the guess the number prompt right here, so it actually entered the while loop successfully. So that's one thing we could do. Another thing we could do, which might even be a little bit easier to read, is we could just put the word true. So if I spell the word true all in capital letters and we save it and then we run it, okay, so here we have an error. And when the error says name true with all capital letters is not defined, did you mean true with an uppercase T and lowercase other letters? So let's try that. And you might also notice that true in all caps is black in color on in idle, while some of the other keywords like while appears orange, import appears orange, if, break, else, they all appear orange. Those are all valid keywords. So Python is clearly not seeing all capitals for the word true as valid. So I changed it to uppercase T, lowercase RUE, and lo and behold, it turns orange. So it looks like Python recognizes that as a keyword. So that's an important lesson to understand that Python is indeed case sensitive. So we'll save this and then we'll run it again. And here we are at the guess the number prompt. So here we are inside of the while loop. And since we are playing the game legitimately, I don't know what the random number is. So let me type in, we'll play real quick. 50 guesses too high, I guess 25. Guess is too high, I'll guess 15. Guess is too low, I'll guess 20. Guess is too high, I'll guess 18. Guess is too low, I'll guess 19. Congratulations, your guess is correct. Okay, so all this code is still working. We'll run one more time just to verify that the Q is working. So I guess 50 the first time, I'm too high. I'll type in a Q, press enter, and here I've exited gracefully the while loop, and I can tell that that's happened because now I can see a Python interpreter prompt right here. Okay, so that's a valuable lesson to keep track of, and I wanted to share that with you.